Me, Skip, I think Floyd just looked. Floyd, you done made enough money.
Things didn't go right. You know, took a loss. I took a heavy loss, actually. But nothing can hold me back.
Get back?
Yep.
Does this man have no shame?
No.
Is he not easy money Mayweather now?
Shannon Sharpe did not hold back after finding out Mayweather went bankrupt because of a $42 million scam. He said he was very let down and mentioned that all legal steps, including state and federal rules, were followed properly. Sharpe believes Mayweather should have owned up and checked everything himself. He pointed out that someone at Mayweather's level should never miss those kinds of details and needs to be way more careful with money choices to avoid losing that much. He said he was disappointed.
The thing is that Floyd is what they call an independent contractor. And what happens is that when you become an independent contractor, Skip, if you make $230 million, they give you two checks or a check for $230 million. It is up to you to take out the deduction and make sure state, federal, and whatever else needs to be deducted is paid to the internal revenue.
In response to more public criticism, Mayweather spoke openly about how he thinks about money. He made it clear that just because he talks about money does not mean he is a bad person. For him, money has always been a way to live a full life and try out different things. He believes that being financially free lets him create his own happiness and take on opportunities that other people could never imagine. That way of thinking is what drives his unusual money decisions.
Floyd, you seem really comfortable talking about money. A lot of people in the UK are not. So what are your beliefs around money?
Just because I talk about money doesn't make me a bad person. I mean, I like to have the finer things in life. Money don't make me, I make money. I like to feed my family. You know, we can't feed our family just saying I love you. You know, money is able to put us in a position so we can have the finer things in life. So we are able to travel over to the UK and experience and do different things. We're able to travel to Dubai and other countries and have fun and live life and experience different things. So when you're able to make a lot of money, you're able to do those certain things. And for those people that don't have any money, because life is all about having different experiences.
Mayweather admitted that his business approach often includes very risky choices. He said he likes to earn money and put it into projects that most people do not even understand. According to him, this method leads to new ideas, but also to losses. He even accepted that 90% of the time these investments end badly. This shows his mindset as a gambler in the business world, someone who places big bets hoping for that rare, huge win.
The money I'm able to bring my team as well as my family around the world so they can experience different things.
Something you said earlier, Floyd, it really fascinated me. And it gave me an insight that you really learned about money. Is you said in real estate, you got to know what to do on a small scale first.
Yes.
And then you went big. And is that because you don't want to take massive risk because you want to be smart with your money?
Well, like you don't go out there and work extremely hard for so many years and then take every dime you got and just put it into something that you don't know about.
Well, a lot of people do, don't they? I mean,
and a majority of the time you get bad results. 90% of the time you get bad results. Just like boxing. You know, I've gotten great results because I took my time.
In videos and on social media, Mayweather often shows off huge bank deposits and piles of cash. For him, displaying money is not just showing off. It is a sign of how far he has come. But for critics like Sharpe, these displays cause concern. They ask whether this attention on flashing wealth might take his focus away from handling his money wisely.
Money Man is getting ready. Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas. We had to get the ones. Make it rain. I need everybody. That girl collection, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl, or whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl collection. Yeah.
Sharpe did not just criticize the scam situation. He also questioned why Mayweather keeps doing exhibition fights. Sharpe argued that Mayweather is only selling pay-per-view because fans want to watch him get beaten. He said these fights are not real boxing matches anymore. They look more like WWE-style entertainment. This comparison was not only about how the fights look. It was about Mayweather's fading legacy being sold away just to make money.
I'm sure he could be 60 years of age and people would still pay per view
Right.
to watch him box something.
So the allure is still there.
Yeah.
They want to see Floyd get beat, even if it's somebody that's not a name that we. Man, a YouTuber did something that a world champion couldn't do.
Yeah. Didn't.
Yes.
No.
But I saw Floyd Mayweather get knocked down.
But at what point does Floyd have enough money not to stoop to do these exhibitions? But at some point, there is athletic dignity attached to 50 and 0, and that's the allure of this.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of, okay?
And the people that they're putting him in there with can't put him in harm's way.
No,
So he doesn't see, like, like you said, I watched this ruckus on Twitter. I was like,
What?
oh my goodness.
Okay.
It definitely was like.
According to Sharpe, Mayweather feels no shame in taking part in those kinds of fights just for money. This brings up questions about legacy and respect. Why would someone at the top of their sport lower their reputation just to make quick cash? For Sharpe, the answer is simple. Mayweather cares more about money than about honor.
Get back?
Yep.
Does this man have no shame?
No.
Is he not easy money Mayweather now?
Get that money.
Yeah. Get that money?
He'll pick up either 15, 20 mil.
He was a highly respected champion.
Still
He
is.
dominated the sport.
Yes.
Greatest defensive fighter ever. And you're going to stoop to this?
Yep.
It's not even the right Paul. It's not Jake Paul. It's the older
we get
brother.
the brother. We get the brother.
He's
then.
easier.
Look, I was like, I started with the moment Nate Robinson hit that canvas face first.
Yeah.
I'm like, who can we nominate as an athlete to get our get back? I looked at James Johnson.
Okay, but it's not Jake. It's the older brother.
I want somebody.
Somebody?
Brandon Marshall, our first things first, Brandon Marshall.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you who good with their hands and you might not know, Curtis Martin.
So what?
And we want our get back. That's what. So what?
So you want Curtis Martin to fight Jake Paul?
I
now?
wanted to fight something. We go get our get back. Y'all not finna have bragging
Well,
rights.
this isn't even a fight.
Nope.
This is an exhibition.
No, I know what
How-
happens.
how low can you
no,
go?
Skip, I know you over there. You're like, yeah, we got him. No. We go get our get back. This for the culture. We got to represent. Money, represent.
Represent?
Yep, lump him up.
You represented against Conor McGregor, and it was a worthy fight.
That's
It
okay,
was
we'll
actually
get
a battle.
We gonna lump him up. Yeah, we gonna lump him up.
As Mayweather turns his attention to real estate, his big claims have made people doubt him. He recently said he bought 1,000 apartments across 62 buildings in New York, but property records show a different picture. None of those buildings have any record of a change in ownership, and groups such as the NYC Housing Partnership have not been told about any sales.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. I mean, we all know him, the tremendous, talented boxer, but people don't realize how smart he is in business, especially real estate. He just did a blockbuster deal, forget about it. Upper Manhattan, 1,000 units, consisting of 60 buildings, affordable housing, $402 million purchase price. The seller, Black Spruce Management. This is going to be a monster, huge deal. Already a very big portion of it already closed. The remaining portion should be closing the beginning of 2025. This is a guy who believes in long-term wealth, generational wealth. He's heavily involved in skyscrapers. Now he's getting very, very big in affordable housing in Upper Manhattan. Tremendous deal. $402 million. Once again, 1,000 units, 60 buildings. Forget about it, Maron. That's what I'm talking about. That's smart. That's generational wealth, in my opinion. Not financial advice, not a financial planner, but very, very impressed. Floyd Mayweather Jr. Not too shabby. V for victory.
When reporters tried to check on Mayweather's property deals, they ran into even more confusion. A representative from his business said the purchases were real but would not speak on the record. The phone call also included a man who said his name was James McNair, but his voice did not match earlier recordings. This strange conversation has only made people more suspicious about whether Mayweather's real estate holdings are actually real.
What's the point of buying 62 buildings? You buy a couple.
No, 62 units, I think, right?
No, 62 units could be one building.
Yeah, it could be.
They got buildings with 90 units and
Yeah, it's
100
true.
and some units.
He has 62 multifamily units. That's what it says. So that's 62 buildings. Like you just said, it's probably
so
62
think
buildings.
about it.
Yeah.
If he has that, some of the buildings might not be in the best condition.
Right.
So knock it down and build, or knock, if they're side by side, knock both of them down. Don't renew rents. Let them move out and then build a skyscraper.
Right.
Or if he makes commercial properties out of some of those.
That's what I'm saying.
A man who claimed to speak for Mayweather said that Floyd's drive came from living in affordable housing as a kid. That is why he felt pulled toward rent-controlled buildings. The idea of earning money while also helping the community seemed good to him. Once that idea stuck in his head, he reportedly wanted to buy everything. This personal connection is touching, but critics ask whether it is just being used to excuse unclear or untrue business statements.
He's collecting rent, hustlers. You know how much rent that is? And guess what? I don't know his paperwork, but obviously if you spent that much in real estate, it looks like he spent it in one shot, but even if he didn't, but usually he did. And if he dealt with the same person, you get a deal, right? So through these deals, he's making money. It's definitely an income situation. They're all apartments. It's not a commercial building. They're all apartment buildings, which are commercial, but they're apartments. So guess what? $402 million in real estate. Hey, he's $500 million in real estate.
Hey, he has $500 million in real estate just from apartments. Mayweather's interest in real estate has increased over the last few years, but as he makes bigger and bigger claims, some industry experts feel he might be stretching the truth about how much he actually owns. Even if his aim is to combine wealth with doing some social good, the lack of clear paperwork and his over-the-top statements are making people question whether his portfolio is real. The public is now stuck somewhere between being impressed and being doubtful.
Hey, who said Floyd ain't still out here doing big deals? Money Mayweather just inked a massive $402 million real estate deal in New York City, buying up 60 apartment buildings from Black Spruce Management, the equivalent of 1,000 apartment units. Now, Floyd said the goal is to be able to provide affordable housing to families that need it. Most of the units are located in Upper Manhattan. And he said that when he was a kid, his dream was just to be able to own a home, and that you can achieve anything if you put your mind to it. Damn, Floyd just bought the block. I'm proud of Floyd. He's come a long way. This is a guy who was once seen burning money in a nightclub. He spent $17 million on a watch. Not to pocket watch him, but people looked at him for years like, yo, he wastes a lot of money. Does he ever give back? And now he's providing affordable housing? Damn, Money Mayweather's come a long way. This is a real good look. It shows evolution. It shows maturity. Not to mention, it's always great to see another person of...
It is always good to see another person of color become a landlord in New York City. Long before all these arguments, Mayweather built his empire by putting money on himself. He famously bet $750,000 on his own fight, a risky but brave move that started his path in business. From then on, he shaped his financial future without any normal management. For many fans, this do-it-yourself approach was motivating, but it also brought the kinds of risks that are now becoming clear.
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record, and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know, it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's Top Rank Boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up, so Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on yourself.
Unlike most athletes, Mayweather never hired a manager. He handled all his financial deals and negotiations on his own. This gave him complete control, but also full responsibility. When it worked, it made him one of the wealthiest athletes of all time. But without a professional team around him, errors like falling for a scam can lead to terrible results. That independence is both his biggest strength and his greatest danger.
He's never had a manager as well, right? He's always negotiated his own deals. Is that what kind of led to his wealth? He didn't have to cut a
It's not that he ain't got a manager, but he has got a manager. So he's can't remember his name now. So he's got a man, an elderly fella that's always with him, and but he does everything goes through him, everything. Floyd ain't very clever, believe me. But training wise, man's a genius, and it's hard work, dedication. Don't matter how good you are. I mean, I am world class as an athlete, but I never trained like top boys. I just thought, don't worry, because I love a row, I love the fighting. Let's just turn up.
Yeah.
I mean, but after 3-4 rounds, if I ain't knocked you out, got sting coming at my ass.
Mayweather often looks back at his own era and compares it to today. He says it was much harder to build influence when he was coming up. Unlike now, where anyone can click a button and reach millions or billions of people, he had to scrap for every bit of attention he got.
For Taylor Swift.
Probably Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift didn't come up in the same era as me. But I don't know if Taylor Swift can be relevant. We almost 30 years.
I was around, but the Floyd effect, the Taylor Swift effect.
Yes.
Like, you both have maximized and pushed the envelope and really just set the bar for everybody else that's coming after you.
But in today's time, there's different. You can push one button and 8 billion people can see it.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember how I got to the top. I had to grind. I had to wrap vehicles, take them across country with my face on it. I go a month straight doing interviews every day from morning to night to build myself.
Yeah.
So I come from nothing, but now push a button, push a button, push a button, and all you gotta do is sit back and watch. If I had a head start like these fighters nowadays, man, what? I have every belt.
Floyd Mayweather has said he makes around $30 million a month, which adds up to billions per year, even more than what Bill Gates earns. Even though he is retired, Mayweather keeps chasing money by doing exhibition fights. For many fans, the biggest payday of all would be a rematch with Conor McGregor. That fight would bring in huge money and massive attention. But would it be worth the final hit to his reputation? That question is still unanswered, and both fans and critics are paying close attention to see what happens.
What would be the value in seeing it a second time? The first one wasn't bad, but the whole thing was this notion of suspense and unpredictability, and what would it be? Well, you got to see what it was. He got marched down and beaten up.
Yeah, it seems like Floyd might realize within himself that that's the last giant money fight he can make. It would have to be as close to a real fight as possible. I mean, it's a Conor who can still throw his hands, although to your point, the brand is damaged and, you know, he needs a win badly in the UFC to revive that. But I wonder if Floyd at 45 is saying to himself, if I've got to fight one more time, a real fight, and that Logan fight was weird, and Floyd, I think, didn't expect to have to navigate it the way he did. I wonder if Floyd thinks this is it. But even that could be a trap fight for him, Luke, because of his age. You never know, okay? But to your point, it's hard to get amped up for it unless one or both of them is sort of riding a certain level of momentum.
All right, everyone. Stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.